see, here's a normal SharePoint team site. Team for testing everything, since I like to keep them in one place. But everything that I show here can be done in a communication site or in a team site. It doesn't really matter, just as long as the site is on SharePoint, and also that you have activated SharePoint syntax in your tenant. And for example, added that this site to the list of the SharePoint sites that the syntax can use. So we are going to start by creating a new modern template. So since I've activated SharePoint Premium on this site, my plus new button here has changed a bit. And since I have been I have already done some testing here, the normal links to create a Word document or PowerPoint document have disappeared for now, but you can still have them back if you need to. But I will start from creating a modern template. And the first thing it asks me to do is to find the document where I want to base from which document I want to base my template on. So as it happens, I already have a modern ways of working adoption plan template here on another library on this site. But as you can see, it could be anywhere in any site that you have access to where you want to pull out the document. So I'm going to select this one and start to create it. So what it does is that it brings me the document, the Word document here that I want to use as the base of my template. And then on the panel on the right-hand side, I will set up the template. So, and I hope that, yes, my audience view looks good still. Okay. So basically what I have here is that I can still do some modifications on the original Word document, or actually a copy of it, which has now become the base of my template. So for example, this adoption plan, this would be something that has only small variety every time, but there are certain fields that I need to be filled out every time someone in my organization creates a new adoption plan. So I will start with the project manager name. So I will highlight this part in the Word and then start to create a new field for it. And obviously this is a project manager name since it's that field. So now afterwards, I have two options here. So I want to use that. I can use that as a content field. So basically everything that I have selected there on the Word document gets replaced when someone fills out the document. Or if I want to use that as a form field, so no content would get replaced, instead it would add something on the document. But I will choose this one. And since I have already selected the place here, project manager name, I'm happy with that one, and I will just click next. So then the next panel section is how the authors fill in this field. So this one, since it's the project manager's name, I want it to be just a single line of text. And I'm happy with that one. And now I have my first field here, and it's in this greenish blue color here on my template. Also, I want people to fill out the email for the project manager. So I will add that as PM email here. And also it's selected, it's get replaced. Usually since it's an email, it's quite easy. I could add that because here we have a dedicated field for email. So of course I will be using that one, and it will then recognize that I will actually use the correct way of correct formation of an email. Then, of course, a phone number for the PM is important as well. So I will add that one as well here. So PM phone number. and next. And this one, well, I don't want to use the number because this is, as you know, phone numbers are a bit special numbers. So I don't want to add decimals or anything like that there. So I'll add that just as a single line of text. And there we go. And then we have project start date. So that's an important one as well. So I will add that here. And I hope I could actually write it down good. So again, start date, and this time it's a date and time. And when I choose this one, I get more settings to choose. So I don't want to include time for it, since usually the projects don't have any specific start time, just the date. And I can even choose what is the date format. And since we live in Finland and like to do this logically, I'll use this one. And the same thing for the end date. And I just want to be careful with this one, what I choose. So here we go, field, end date, and again, next, and date and time, and also date, month, and year. Here we go. Now we already have 5 fields. I could do some styling here as well if I would like to. So I could move the email field here, and the phone number doesn't want to move, so I will just leave it there for some reason. And then I scroll through the document. So I have a lot of date fields here, and this is maybe something that you want to consider, that if you have these kind of dates and these kind of fields here, that you don't necessarily feel that they would be mandatory, or they would change. For example, some projects wouldn't have the office redesign at all. You may want to consider to leave this out, since it's good to know that all the fields you will set up for the template will become mandatory. So if you have defined something here, the end user who is filling out the form later on cannot leave something out. So that kind of sucks. So I decide, even though we have dates here, I decide that I'm not going to add these as a fields for the template. But here's another interesting place. So the amount of the project, or actually the, budget. So I will add that as a field as well. And another example, this one is the one that I can use the number type field as well. And also here we have a lot of names. So, and here I can see that I forgot something, because it says customer name, and usually the customer is somewhere here in the beginning of the document. So I noticed that I skipped that one out, but it's okay, because I can just add it here, customer name. I'm good with that, but when I want to add it here on the other places as well, I can do that. Confirm. And since the customer name is in many places, I can just choose all the places where I want to present that and confirm it. So it will, with one fill, it will add the customer name to all of the necessary places. And let's see this one as well. So another confirm. And let's see if we still have. Nope, that was the last place for the customer name, so I'm good with that. Next, and this is again single line of text, and we're good to go. And then we could add the places for the executive, sponsors, project manager, HR team, so on and so on. So many names here. And for example, this one, just to give you the example, I will add the customer IT team names and use that as a multiple lines of text, so you can see the variety of the fields. And oops, I forgot that I have the project manager name in 2 places, and I want to add it here as well. So I can just highlight that and edit. or just highlight that and click the project manager name field. So it will automatically add that here as well. Or I can just click the three dots, click edit, and make sure that the both fields are okay here. So we have the project manager name here and the project manager name here as well. And they are both here. So I'm good with that. And since I really didn't do any changes, I can just click cancel, and I can still see that the project manager name has two selections. And when I hover over here, it will highlight the ones. Good. So, and also project team names I could add here, but let's save some time and leave them out for this demo. So now I'm happy with all the fields that I have. And I can just choose to publish this template. So you can change the template name here as well, but it will ask you it again to change the template name here. And this one you actually would like to, because it's visible on the plus new button or the plus new selection there. So you can just leave the word template out, because when they are filling it out, they will see this name. So they want to create a new plan and not a new template. And here I can see all the fields that I have clicked through that I have, and I can even choose if I want to set them as a custom field to the library and show them in the default view of the library. So for example, these templates, I would like to show the project manager name and the start date and the budget and also the customer name for every time someone creates a new adoption plan based on this template in the library. And now I will publish it and hope that this will work, because sometimes, as you know, life doesn't always go as you planned, and these might have some glitches. But now the demo cards are with me and this one got published. So now I'm done. And when I click here plus new, I can see that Modern Ways of Working adoption plan is available here in this library. So now if I would change the hat to end user hat and I would like to create a new adoption plan for my project, I can just start it from here. And voila, it will show me the base document. And here are the fields that I need to fill out. So customer name would be Citra, and the project manager name would be, of course, myself. And this is my email, citra.fi. I'm not gonna give my real phone number, but I'll just add something, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And of course, our project starts today, since I'm doing things a bit late, and it will end in 2025 in December 31st. And it's a huge project. It will last more than a year. So I think our budget is $5 million. Did I get, or euros actually in this case, did I get enough zeros there? I hope so. Then I have the customer ITT names. So I have Paul and Sean and Joey. Why only men? I have also Rebecca there and Anna. Of course, I would like to write the full names there, but you get the idea. And now I will create the document. And as you can see, as I filled out the fields, it changed the names and the details simultaneously on the document. And now I can choose if I want to save the filled out document as a Word document still, or if I want to convert that directly as a PDF. This is a whole new feature, and yeah, it's good if you already know that everything is correct and you don't need to change anything anymore and you just want this to be in PDF and sent forward in any way you want, then it would be good to save it as a PDF. But if there is something you still want to change in the document, then of course you need to save that as a Word document, so docx. And saving changes, creating the document, there it is. And voila, we have here we have the filled out project plan. Here we have the content type for it even. It will create it automatically. Also the customer name, since we chose it to be here visible on the basic view and as a metadata column in the library. Here we have the project manager name, start date, budget. And if I would need to add any additional metadata fields, I could do it here afterwards or before anyone gets in to the library, because it still works as a normal document library. It just has these metadata fields ready. And if I would like to change something in the document, it looks like a normal document. So I could just, for example, move the phone number there where it looks better, or I could remove something from the scope or whatever kind of modifications, for example, fill out the dates here that I did want to do in the template, I could do it here. So I can still modify it and then later on do whatever, change it and send it forward. The sad thing is that once you save it as a Word document, you can't directly, or if that feature hasn't popped out here, but nope. So currently we don't have in SharePoint Premium, we don't have a different, or with the content assembly feature, we don't have the mean to transform this document into PDF once it's saved as a Word document. So that's why if of course I can create a Power Automate flow to convert that. But if I create a new plan here or new Word document and then choose to save it as a PDF, that will work as well. But then I need to fill out the fields again. So that's might be a bit of work for you or for your end user.